everybody. Chief Meteorologist Matt Hines here with 25 ABC, and welcome to the Rotary Challenge once again, where we have a quarterfinal match to get to the semifinals and then maybe eventually the finals, and one of these two teams could do it. We have West, hello to you.
Hello.
And Killeen Early College, hello to you.
Hello.
All right. I hear I have a fan over here.
Oh.
I can't give you points for that, but I give you a fist bump. That's
I'll
what we
take
can
that.
do. All right. So we have 3 rounds, and I'm sure you've been watching all these wonderful kids answer all these questions. But if you don't know the rules, you're just joining us. We have 3 rounds. We have just question rounds for 1 that have point values assigned to them. Then we have a lightning round, and then some stealing going on. And then we can also have another question round worth points. All of the rounds are timed. We have judges over here to make sure that I stay on pace and say things right. So, are we ready to go in our quarterfinal round?
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Let's do this thing. For 15 points, this ruler defeated the branch of the Sea of People by defeating the Sheridan Sea Pirates. This ruler would later defeat the Hittites using chariot warfare in the Battle of Kadesh and built a temple at the Abu Simbel complex for the wife Nefertiti. What Egyptian pharaoh is known as the Great?
Alexander?
No. That would be Ramses II. For 10 points, what school of moral philosophy titles a book by John Stuart Mill and claims that people should take the action that offers the most total happiness to society? Utilitarianism. For 5 points, in 2024, this fast food restaurant faced outrage after abandoning its promise of no antibiotics ever. What Atlanta-based restaurant chain is famously not open on Sundays?
Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A. For 10 points, Didymus Julius became emperor after Didymus Julius became emperor after the institution sold him the position after assassinating Pertinax upon ascension. Emperors paid donativum to what elite force established by Augustus to protect the emperor? That was a mouthful. Praetorian Guard.
Wow.
For 15 points, what work by the artist depicts the Radiator building illuminating its windows at night, while another work features a red, white, and blue background with a cow skull over top of it? What artist and wife of Alfred Stieglitz often painted animal skulls and flowers? That would be O'Keeffe. For 5 points, during this holiday starting on the 25th of Kislev, a shamashish used to light a menorah. What Jew?
Hanukkah.
Yay. For 10 points, this emperor who defeated Sextus Pompeius later defeated Mark Antony at the Battle of Actium. What Roman emperor was the adopted son of Julius Caesar and first Roman emperor? That would be Augustus. Another 10-pointer. The Strokorsivkan Cathedral in this city was the site of a massacre known as its namesake Bloodbath. Rulers from the Vasa family, like Gustavus Adolphus, ruled from what capital city of Sweden?
Stockholm?
Correct. 5 points. One variant of these puzzles has 5 of them assembled in a quincunx arrangement. What Japanese puzzles involve filling numbers 1 through 9 in
Sudoku.
Sudoku is correct. Let's get a score check real quick.
I'm sorry.
West at 10 points and Early College with 15 points.
All right. Got 15 to 10. We got a close one here. For 20 points, this composer began his piano concerto number 2 in C minor with alternating F minor chords and low Fs to imitate the sound of a bell. Name this Russian composer who wrote Rhapsody on the theme of Paganini. Rachmaninoff. For 10 points, what 2021 summer hit by the Kid Laroi and Justin Bieber features the prominent chorus, "I do the same thing I told you that I'd never do"?
Peaches?
No.
Oh man. Will you repeat the question?
I will. What 2021 summer hit by Kid Loria and Justin Bieber features the prominent chorus, I do the same thing I told you that I would never do. That would be Kid Leroy. Sorry about that. That's stay. Stay is the answer. For 10 points, a mechanism named for one type of these particles gives rise to the mass of their gauge variety, which includes photons. Peter Higgs named one type of the particles contrasted with fermions that have interspin.
Will you reread the question?
A mechanism named for one type of these particles gives rise to the mass of their gauge variety, which includes photons. Peter Higgs named one type of the particles contrasted their fermions and have integer spin.
Protons?
No.
I didn't think so.
That would be bosons. For 10 points, the oxide of the element is crystallized as the mineral conundrum, and the Bayer process extracts it from its most common rock of origin, bauxite. What post-transition metal is commonly used to produce a namesake foil?
Tin.
No.
Oh.
Aluminum.
Aluminum is correct. For 10 points, one work by this poet is about Massachusetts silversmith who traveled through villages like Medford and Concord after seeing a signal from the Old North Church. Name the American poet of Paul Revere's Ride. That'd be Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Let's get a score check.
West with 20 points and Killeen College with 15 points.
We got 20 to 15. We got a close match here, folks, and just a little time left on the clock for 10 points. This man names a strait which separates mainland South America from Tierra del Fuego. Name this Portuguese explorer who's
Magellan.
correct. For 15 points, one of these documents states that ambition must be made to counter ambition. These documents were written under the name Publius by John Jay, James Madison, and Alexander Hamilton.
The Federalist Papers.
Yep. 5 points. A short breed of these animals is named for their Shetland Islands. Appaloosa and Thoroughbred are both breeds of what animals?
Horse?
Correct. For 15 points, a ruler of this kingdom who won a decisive victory at the Battle of Breitenfeld would later die at the Battle of Lutzen. Name this king led by Gustavus Adolphus during the 30 Years' War. That would be Sweden. All right, we got 2 minutes left. For 5 points, this sport's first commissioner, Kennesaw Mountain Landis, banned select players for life during its 1919 game fixing scandal. In March 2024, one team in the sport fired the interpreter of its most high-profile player for gambling violation. What sport is played by Shohei Ohtani for the Los Angeles?
Baseball?
Baseball is correct.
Hey, good job.
For 10 points, the name of this element comes from its use in constructing pipes and line baths in ancient Rome, and it was included as a compression booster in automotive fuel during the 20th century. What heavy metal and common water contaminants has the symbol PB?
Lead.
That is correct. Score check.
I've got West with 45 and Killeen College with 35 points.
45-35, and about a minute to go. For 15 points, in one of these authors' novels, the psychopath Anton Chigurh attempts to retrieve a satchel from Llewellyn Moss. What American author wrote Blood Meridian and No Country for Old Men? That would be McCarthy. For 5 points, Huffman coding is used to perform this task on JPEG files in the task lossless and lossy forms. Name this computer science task which is used to reduce data size.
Compression.
Compression is correct.
Good job.
For 15 points, after Donald Trump won the 2024 election, this country's former prime minister and ambassador to the U.S. deleted tweets that criticized Trump. Legislation to ban people under 16 years old from social media was announced in what country, led by Anthony Albanese?
Denmark.
No.
The United Kingdom?
No, that would be Australia. For 5 points, this word name This word names forces in astronomy caused by gravity gradients over distances. A phenomenon named for this word in the ocean is caused partly by the sun, but mostly by the moon's gravity. What?
Tides.
Tides is correct. And that is time on round 1. The score, please.
We have West with 55 and Early College with 35 points.
55 for West, Early College at 35. We got round 2 of the Lightning Series coming up for you right after this.
At Daniel Stark, we work hard. If you're a true Texan, working hard comes with the territory.
Here you go, Danny.
True Texan right here.
We train hard. Winning, it doesn't come easy. You have to practice, you have to commit.
And we lawyer hard. Good thing, too. You need a law firm that gets to know your unique story and what it takes to help you get your life back to normal. Daniel Stark, we lawyer hard.
All right, welcome back to the lightning round. This is round 2, and we have a close match here. Let's get the score real quick.
West with 55, Early College with 35 points.
We got 55, we got 35, and anything can happen in this round. And we have 3 categories from which you will choose from. So it looks like y'all will be going first. And your categories will be the 1920s, airlines, and plate tectonics.
1920s.
Ooh, all right. Going with some history here.
Yes.
We'll put a minute on the clock. And here we go. Adjective used to describe the 1920s, referring to the rapid economic growth and cultural blossoming of the period.
Repeat the question.
Adjective used to describe the 1920s, referring to the rapid economic growth and cultural blossoming of the period.
Roaring.
Correct. Policy imposed by the 18th Amendment, which allowed for lucrative business of bootlegging.
Oh. Skip.
All right. Head of the Chicago outfit who committed the Valentine's Day Massacre in 1929 and was imprisoned in Alcatraz for tax evasion.
Skip.
Skip. I know
Author
you
who played this iconic Little Tramp persona in the 1925 film The Gold Rush.
Skip.
Case decided in 1925 in which the namesake teacher was fined $100 for teaching evolution.
Skip.
All right, so we ended right there. You got 1 out of those 5 correct. We got 4 that West can steal here. So here we go. Policy imposed by the 18th Amendment, which allowed for a lucrative business of bootlegging.
Prohibition.
That's
Correct.
what it is.
Head of the Chicago outfit who committed the
Al Capone.
Valentine's Day Massacre in 1929 and
Al
was imprisoned in
Capone.
Alcatraz for tax evasion.
Al Capone.
Al Capone. Actor who played his iconic Little Tramp persona in the 1925 film The Gold Rush.
Skip.
All right, that was Charlie Chaplin. Case decided in 1925 in which the namesake teacher was fined $100 for teaching evolution.
Skip.
All right, that would be Scopes versus Tennessee. Our new score,
West now at 75 and Early College at 45 points.
75-45. Remember, y'all can still steal, so y'all need to listen to these questions, which will either be this: airlines or plate tectonics.
Airlines.
Airlines. Y'all ready?
Yes,
Minute
sir.
on the clock, please. Here we go. Country whose flag carriers travels to the most countries of any airline and whose hub is in Istanbul.
Turkish.
We'll take that. Country whose national airline has a maple leaf as a logo.
Canada.
Airline that shares its name with a Greek letter used to denote a triangle.
Delta.
Ultra low cost airline with a yellow logo that recently filed for bankruptcy.
Spirit.
Airline with a hub in Dubai that sponsors Arsenal.
United Arab Emirates.
Take that. Flag carrier of the United Kingdom.
Pass.
Infamously low cost Irish airline.
Pass.
Asian airline that operates the longest regular nonstop flight to New York City.
Pass.
Only American founding member of the Star Alliance. All right. So you got 5 of those, but we got 3 that y'all can steal over here for early college. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Okay. Flag carrier of the United Kingdom.
British Airways.
Correct. Infamously low-cost Irish airline.
Ryanair.
Correct. Asian airline that operates the longest regular nonstop flight to New York City.
This one I'm not sure about. Singapore?
Correct.
Oh.
Only American founding member of the Star Alliance.
Ooh. Can you repeat the question?
Only American founding member of the Star Alliance.
I'm gonna go with American Airlines. Why
That would
not?
be United Airlines. But hey, we did well in that round. What's our new score?
Starting West at 125 and early college at 75 points.
Got 125. We got 75. We got round 3 coming up to get to the semifinals. Let's see who goes after this.
The deals are real at Killeen Auto. We have just the Ford you're looking for. Trucks, SUVs, or something in between. Come check out our amazing, newly built and open Killeen Hyundai store. Find a sleek Volkswagen at Killeen Volkswagen. We have over 300 used to choose at Killeen Certified, including many options under 20 grand. Ford, Hyundai, Volkswagen, or used, the deals are real at Killeen Auto. KilleenAuto.com.
Welcome back to round 3 of this quarterfinal match to get to the semifinals. Before we get to more questions in the last round, let's hit it off with our students here and introduce ourselves. West, welcome to you, the home of the best kolaches, correct?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, 100%. Go ahead and introduce yourself and why you like to be here.
My name is Grace Blanton, and I feel like it's given me an experience of like being under pressure, and that's beneficial.
I'm Alex. I always loved like history and all of that, and I'm glad to be here to have a chance to show all of that.
I'm Ethan, and I would love to be here because it's cool, and I've always wanted to be on TV.
I'm William, and I've always wanted to be speaking to an audience and be able to answer questions specifically about history.
And you have a big audience out there, so that's awesome. All right, early college. I hear that y'all get college credit while you're doing your high school work.
Yes.
Introduce yourselves.
My name is Olwen Hernandez, and I just wanted to come here just because, like them, I love history. I love so many of these nerdy concepts that you're actually questioning us about. So it's just, I thought it was really fun.
Nerd is cool. Nerd is cool.
I'm Juliana Jensen. I'm also a nerd. I like being here just to test my knowledge and to get comfortable with being on TV and being in front of an audience.
My name is Sayuri. I'm also here so I can test my knowledge, and I thought it would be fun to play trivia with everyone and at an audience too.
My name's Haley, and I've always loved trivia. Definitely not history trivia, but we're here trying out anyways, and I just love being here.
Everyone loves being here. That's awesome. I love being here as well. And it looks like that we have a very close match. Once again, let's get our scores before we start here.
West at 125 points and early college at 75 points.
Got 125. We got 75. Got some catching up to do, but we have some questions that can do it for you. The first one's worth 20 points.
Oh.
And here we go. The first female holder of this position in its 708-year history was appointed in 2024. Rachel Reeves currently holds what position in the UK government that is similar to Secretary of the Treasury in the US? That would be Chancellor. For 5 points, one of these places named Fuji-Q Highland includes the famous Takabisha. Six Flags owns several of what locations filled with roller coasters?
Amusement park?
Correct.
Oh.
For 10 points, what musical technique accompanied by comping for vocal forms included scatting and sees players spontaneously compose a medley?
Scat?
No.
Blues?
Improvisation.
Oh.
For 5 points, consuming too much of this organ may cause vitamin A toxicity. What organ whose blood supplies comes through the portal vein produces bile and may be affected by...
Liver?
Correct. For 10 points, this man published a character known as the frame of government after signing a perpetual treaty with the Lenape Name this man who lent his surname to a Quaker colony that is now a state governed by him.
Penn is his last name.
Yeah.
William Penn.
William Penn.
William Penn.
There you go.
For 5 points, a step variety of these buildings was built for Djoser. Khufu ordered the construction of a great one and what buildings found?
The Great Wall?
No. Found at Giza.
Oh, dang.
Pyramids. For 10 points, this president advocated for dollar diplomacy after winning the election of 1908. Named this Republican from Ohio, according to legend, got stuck in a White House bathtub due to his large size.
Oh. Teddy?
No.
Oh man.
Grover Cleveland.
Taft.
How just...
For 15 points, this author notably used the example of waiter to illustrate bad faith. Which French existentialist author wrote the treatise Being and Nothingness? Jean-Paul Sartre. Okay. For 5 points, this national park was infested with an invasive Burmese pythons, and its water levels are regulated by Lake Okeechobee. What is the name of the large wetlands area in southern?
Everglades.
Yes. Let's get a score check.
West at 135 and early college 95 points.
135.95. Here we go. 5 minutes left. For 10 points, voters in this state narrowly legalized sports betting in a 2024 ballot measure, but voted against allowing a new casino to be built near the Lake of the Ozarks. In what Midwest state did Lucas Kuntz lose a Senate election to Josh Hawley?
Arkansas?
No.
Will you read the question?
Voters in this state narrowly legalized sports betting in a 2024 ballot measure, but voted against allowing a new casino to be built near the Lake of the Ozarks. In what Midwest state did Lucas Kuntz lose a Senate election to Josh Hawley?
Wisconsin?
Missouri.
It's okay, it's okay.
For 5 points, zinc oxide is in these products due to its absorption of UV light.
Sunscreen.
Correct. For 10 points, the processual school is often called the new school of the discipline. Name this study of a culture by its material remains, which names a subject.
Anthropology?
Archaeology.
Thank you.
For 15 points, one side during this conflict aimed to reclaim land ceded in the Treaty of St. Louis. A young Abraham Lincoln served as volunteer in the Illinois militia during this conflict. Name this war fought between the United States government and forces led by the Impamias Sauk chieftain.
The Indian Wars?
No.
Holy.
This is
Black Hawk War.
Oh, not that one.
5 points. In the opening scene of this music video, this athlete plays online poker and bets by a Dre branded laptop. Against the Oklahoma City Thunder, this basketball player surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to hold the all-time scoring record. What current Los Angeles Laker wears number 23?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan? No.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Sorry.
Michael
For
Jordan.
10 points, the prime minister with this last name stated, "Just watch me," after invoking the War Measures Act during the October crisis. What last name is shared by a Canadian prime minister's Pierre and his son Justin?
Trudeau.
Correct. For 10 points, diseases that affect this organ can cause weight loss, goiter, and eye popping. What organ produces hormones such as T3 and T4 with iodine and is located in the upper neck?
Thyroid.
Thyroid is correct. Score check, please.
That puts West at 150 and early college at 120.
150, 120. Time's running out, but we still have some time to go. This is a 20-pointer. 20-pointer with 2 minutes left. His justice, who discerned alongside John Marshall Harlan in Lochner versus New York, notably stated that shouting fire in a crowded theater would not be protected as free speech in Shinnick versus the United States. Name the Supreme Court justice who is the son of a poet. Oliver Wendell Holmes. 15 points. This quantity is equal to 3R for many solids by the Dulong Petit law and is often calculated by Q over its m delta T. What quantity equal to 4.18 for water measures the energy required to raise the temperature by 1 degree Celsius? Heat capacity.
Oh, never mind.
Wait, I
Does
think
that
that
count?
they buzzed first. Sorry, it's heat capacity. For 10 points, a man from this country directed an adaptation of Macbeth in his film Throne of Blood and another work for a group of warriors defending a village. What country is home to the famed directors like Masaki Kobai?
Japan.
Japan. Thank you. For 5 points, what company offers flavors such as Ultra Sunrise, acquired Bang after a 2023 lawsuit, and is an energy drink company known for its...
Monster.
Correct. 10 points, because angular momentum is conserved in these paths, equal areas are swept out in equal time. Kepler's first law states that these paths are usually elliptical. Name these rotating paths a planet takes around a star.
Orbit.
An orbit. For 15 points, at Verdun, this man massacred 4,500 Saxons during a campaign of Christianizing them. What son of Pepin the Short became the first Holy Roman Emperor in 80 AD and was a great king for the Franks?
Charles the Great?
No.
Lionheart.
Wait, hold on. What'd you say?
Charles the Great?
Charles the Great. That's correct.
Yes, thank you.
For 10 points, the EPSP EPSPIP synthesized enzyme has caused many organisms to become resistant to types of these substances like the glyphosate and Agent Orange. What type of substance used to get rid of unwanted plants is exemplified by weed killer? That would be herbicide, and that buzz is the final buzz of the game. Who's going to the semifinals, judges?
We have West with 160 points and Early College with 150 points.
Oh, close. 160 to West. Congratulations to y'all. 150, so close. Don't hang your head. Don't hang your head. Y'all did a wonderful job on that. That, I think, is the closest match we've had so far. So amazing to see that. And West, we will be seeing you guys into the semifinals for a place to get in the finals. And of course, we will see you again here on a Saturday evening as we do our Rotary Challenge with some of the smartest kids in Central Texas. Have a good evening.